there's actually two interfaces that you can use for accessing CRM applications. One of those is the Microsoft Outlook client, and everything appears inside of Outlook. And then the other one is the web client, which you access through Internet Explorer. I'm going to stick with the Internet Explorer client. Everything that you can see me doing here can be done through Outlook, and then there's also some additional functionality that CRM gives you in Outlook that's pretty nice as well. So I'll start out on the class dashboard screen, and we're going to start sort of in a configured system. So this is a system that's in use. Some of the basic configuration data has been input, such as your list of courses and your instructors and these schedule templates and these types of things. And this is kind of the end result of looking at the schedule. So what I would like to do is walk through Alicia's process when she's inputting the schedules for these new classes. So Alicia would go in and create a new class. Now, the class is going to be one of their built-in courses. She could do a custom course. She's actually going to run an Excel course, Microsoft Excel. So you can do a quick search here through the course database and find the course you're looking for. And she's going to want to assign a location so that when it appears on the schedule, people who are searching by location or want to take in a specific place will find it there. Choose beautiful San Francisco. Now, if she wants to assign a room at this point, she can. She doesn't have to. You can do that later. We'll go ahead and choose from the list of rooms. And the maximum number of seats, so that's automatically pulled from the course definition itself. Status is a field that is internal to you unless you cancel it. If you cancel the class, then it won't appear on the schedule, obviously. But pending and running is usually where we start out with. We know it's going to run. We select running. The student doesn't see on the website or anywhere else whether it's pending or running. Pending might mean that, hey, we might make a decision later not to run this. Once we get our enrollment to the level that we're looking for, then we'll switch it to running. Publish means that we want it to appear on the website and also allow our salespeople to register students in it. Private delivery would pull it off the website. So the list price was actually pulled from the definition of the class itself. We can make that different for each individual class. I say course and I say class. Course means that course in your course catalog that you may schedule over and over, and class means this particular instance that we're going to run on a given date at a given location. And so we'll select a primary instructor for the class. Now, that instructor could be a user in the CRM system, so for your internal staff it would be, and the nice thing is that they'll automatically get booked in Outlook. They'll see an appointment in their Outlook calendar. Or it could be a contractor, in which case we'll choose from a list of resources which are of the contractor type. So I can select one of those instructors. And then we have just some preparation checklist and notes and things that we can fill out if we need to. So, for instance, I want to make sure that we order donuts, and don't forget the donuts. And then I'm just going to go ahead and save my class. So obviously, class is not a part of the basic Microsoft CRM system. That's something that we've added to it, but we do leverage a lot of the existing built-in functionality that we tie to. For instance, when we start scheduling things, we're going to create service activities on the Microsoft CRM calendar. It gives us a lot of nice functionality. So the next thing is to schedule the class, and this one came up with a template and a number of segments. By default, it's a one-day class. You can choose different templates, which will help you to populate all the the daily appointments if it's more than one day. It creates what we call class segments, which you'll see down here. And so I'm going to go ahead and make it 3 segments just to make it a little more interesting. So let's pick our start date first. I think live meetings playing a game with me here. There we go. So I'm going to make this class start on, let's say, the 5th of April, and it's going to end on the 8th. And let's run this guy from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Now, you can either, that's enough, that's all you really need to do. Of course, we have time zone. Time zone is really important when we're talking about especially remotely delivered classes. A lot of our customers will do an in-person class. They might do a webinar, kind of like we're having today. They might do a combination of the two, run it in class and also give the option to take it remotely. And so that's very important that we handle time zones correctly and people get the right time regardless of their time zone. So I'm going to go ahead and click Populate Template, and what that does is it's just going to schedule, in this case, 3 consecutive days, Monday through Friday, from 9 to 4. So that if you have a lot of segments to your classes, the template makes it very easy. You can also add segments on the fly individually here, or you could add and delete these segments here. So once I have my segments built, and again, these are service activities in CRM, which you'll see in a minute appear on the service calendar. The next thing I want to do is I want to resource this class. So you can see that in San Francisco, I have 2 instructors. One's a staff instructor, one's a contractor. If I want, I can also look. Let's say I don't have the right one I want from San Francisco. I can look at all sites. So these are filtered by site or location, which is a built-in CRM object. So I'm going to select Tina here as one of my resources, and I'm also going to need a classroom. And so I'm going to go ahead and select that room. Now, we can check for availability of those resources on those dates. And it comes up, it's green, the plus, that means I can add that. So I'm going to select the Banneker room and add Tina as well. And now they're booked against those days on the schedule, and that'll reserve that room in the calendar. And then I'll just go ahead and save my class. So now we haven't, no one signed up, but this class is ready to go. We didn't have to book the resources at this point. Again, we can do that later. Once we start registering students, they're going to appear over here. And so we could actually do that from this view, but typically we're collecting money. So that's the next step. Now that, and a lot, by the way, a lot of customers will just import that schedule rather than creating them those classes one by one. That's really easy to do through the built-in import feature of Microsoft CRM. We give you a template. You throw your data into an Excel spreadsheet and import it. So now that everything's been scheduled, it's on the public schedule on the website. People can sign up through there, or they could call in. A lot of times you get one or the other or both, people calling in and visiting the website. I'm going to actually show you a call-in registration.